So yesterday we talked about how the Figaf can enable you to work in Git. Today we'll take that one step further, and this is one of the favorite features. This is the ability to actually debug your Groovy scripts without having to spend a lot of time about setting up these things. So yesterday we saw how the repository was updated all the time. Now we'll take the other process about we want to make and edit and debug a Groovy script and figure out how it can be done. So we have a test run here. It's been run in trace, and we can see it has an input body, and then it's doing something, and it is returning something as an output. This is a camel expression, so let's see what this works like. So we will record this. So we will go in here, we will say here, click on the F to create it as a test case. Fibonacci 3, it specifies the specific methods ID that is being used for. And now it will download all the messages from this scenario. And we can see we have then the message here. We will create the test case for it. And now we will go into the test case. We can see here the messages that we have, all of these different messages that has been used here. We can select generate Groovy test data, and let me just show you the repository here. So here we have the repository for this scenario. Nothing has been added here. If we click here, add it to the Git repository, it will do a synchronization, and then it will update the Git repository with this information. So now the Git repository has been updated. We can hold this repository. Now we can see it has a test section here that has been generated. And because we have all of this Gradle set up, this is actually registered as projects. One of the things we also add is our own models into this flow. And you would also need to have the CPI adapters added here. We can see it has the test data here, so we can see that it's getting the in that we're using, and we're also getting the input, and we're also getting the output message from this. So we can go here, we can check the script, and we can go in here and we can actually set a breakpoint. Let's do it here. There, maybe. We can click here, we can click run here and debug. And now it would run this test case in debug mode, and this would allow us to actually see what the messages is at this point in time. We can step over. We can see it is getting this map size that is size of 5. This is all the different headers that we have, so it's easy to just check all these payloads here to see what they are. And now we can see it will then set a message that is equal to these parameters. I don't know, sometimes you may be able to change some of these parameters if you're as a part of this debugging. But now we can actually see how this job is processing, what's actually going on in this. We added a wait time on it. That's why it took so long time to process. So we can just continue here. Step over. Yeah, that will then wait, which is obviously a good thing if you wanted to make something that was a bit slower. But I hope you see how easy it was to actually create test cases. I did not need to know how to download all of these PI artifacts to deal with this. There's obviously some limitations on what you can do with these scenarios, what's possible, who is working with this, and it does require skills to be able to work with IntelliJ working with this. But this means you have a lot easier time working on these scenarios, making much better for you to develop integrations with this setup. And obviously, if you want to have the easy approach, we also have the Groovy editor in the Figaf tool, which is also easily accessible, where you just open the Groovy script here. And you'll wait for the test case to power up here. Open the test in Figaf. We have the ID here, and then we can select the test cases we just created and test here. And now we have the input, same input, and let's just change this to 60 milliseconds, and we are getting the output now, making it a lot easier for us to calculate these scenarios. It is using this end down here for the input, so we can see it updates the calculations. We can obviously do our comparison. So just that there's two ways you can do it. This is the consumer or more business user friendly, and then we have the power user, which is the IntelliJ that will give you this information. Here you will then be able to see if the process has run successfully, what the results are, etc. If you make changes to the test cases, you can commit them back into the repository, and then you have a good way to work on those. I hope you like this. You want to check it out, obviously sign up for the free trial of Figaf and get started trying to explore how it can deliver or enable you to deliver SAP integration faster. Thanks for watching.